the first product and the foundational product is stem active. But when you release stem cells, there is something in the body that can prevent stem cells from really doing what they should do in the body. And this is oxidative stress. So you want, once you have released stem cells, a good companion product is to reduce oxidative stress to allow your stem cells to really do in your body what they need to do. And that's where AO-12 it becomes so relevant and so important. But before I go there in description of the product, I like to look at things with just a little bit of distance. Because when we talk about antioxidants, oftentimes people know that free radicals are bad. We need to eliminate free radicals. So we take an antioxidant. But we don't always understand where these free radicals are coming from. Oftentimes, the idea is that they come from the environment, from toxins that we're exposed to, from bad air, things that we have in our food. It's not untrue, but the primary source of free radicals in the body is just you being alive, healthy, and well. The first source is cellular respiration. Your cells are using oxygen and carbohydrate, sugar, essentially in various forms, to produce energy. And your cell works exactly in the same way that, let's say, what happens in your home when you burn wood in the stove in order to heat your house. You're using the energy that is stored in wood. By oxidizing the wood, it produces heat, and you capture the heat to heat your house. A cell does exactly the same thing. It has a whole enzymatic apparatus in the mitochondria to basically burn sugars using oxygen, capturing the energy to be used by the cell for all kinds. Everything that the cell does is basically dependent upon the presence of energy that is there to be used to do whatever work that the cell needs to do. So obviously energy is essential for the survival of a cell, and that is caused or delivered to the cell by cellular respiration. So just like you burn wood in your wood stove, there are residues, there are toxins that need to be eliminated by the chimney. The problem is that your cell does not have a chimney. So those residues need to be neutralized. That's what antioxidant does. Those residues, those toxins are free radicals produced by cellular respiration. So that is the first producer of free radicals in your body. The second producer of free radicals in your body is your own immune system when it is working very well. You are exposed to viruses, bacteria, all kinds of things in your body pretty much every day. You don't know about it because your immune system is responding very quickly, taking care of the problem, and everything is fine. But every time that an immune cell gets nearby a bacteria or a virally infected cells, or any time that your immune system is brought into action, what it will do is that it will produce free radicals, and the aim of these free radicals is to kill the bacteria that is beside that immune cell. So the second producer of free radicals in your body is your own immune system. If you have, and that's why, in a way, we want to stimulate the immune system, but we don't want to overstimulate the immune system. That's a discussion for another time. But just to understand, the second producer of free radicals in your body is your own immune system when it is functioning normally. Third producer of free radicals in your body is inflammation. What I mean by inflammation is that everybody who is older than probably 35, 40 years old has started to realize that every morning that you get up now, there's a part of your body that is reminding you that you're no longer 15 and 20 years old. There is some parts of inflammation in various parts of the body. When it starts to become in too many places and start to develop into a form of systemic inflammation, inflammation is associated with free radicals. They're almost like brothers and sisters. When one is there, it's accompanied by the other. So when we start to experience inflammation in the body, we're also exposed to free radicals. The fourth producer of free radicals in the body is physical activity. So if you are really active, go to the gym, you work out, you do whatever sports, whatever activity, but you do it regularly, intensely, your body is producing free radicals, basically by burning energy, among other things. So the point here is obviously don't stop. Physical activity is extremely important for your health, but it's just to understand that you need to up your ability to quench and eliminate these free radicals. And then at the end of all of this, we have the free radicals that are produced in the body by our exposure to all kinds of chemicals that we're exposed to. I can summarize this just by talking about a study that I read probably now 10, 15 years ago, where scientists analyzed the bloodstream of people living today. And when we compare the chemical profile of the blood compared to our great grandfathers, we can identify an average of about 300 chemical compounds that is in our blood that was not in the blood of our great grandfathers. And where that matters is that a lot of these compounds, because we have not evolved with a biology that can handle these compounds, plastic, petroleum, and so on, paint, emission from paint, from carpet, from leather, leather protector. I mean, there's so many things that we're exposed to in the air, in our homes, but also through our food, through the water, that these compounds cannot be processed by the body easily. And oftentimes they are generators of free radicals in the body as well. So for all these reasons, if you are alive, well, active, you should implement and supplement your diet with extra free radicals. And even more so, if you use stem active and you are releasing stem cells, it is super important to support the activity of stem cells in the body by reducing oxidative stress. And that is why AO-12 has been developed. So without going into the detail of the whole formulation, the few key points that are interesting to mention. The basis of the product is a blend of superfruits, acai fruit, blueberry, grape, pomegranate, different fruits that have all been documented to contain a lot of polyphenols. And polyphenols, if you go on PubMed, for example, just do a search on polyphenols, get ready to see the tens of thousands of studies that have been done on polyphenols and all their effect on health to a very, very deep degree. What I mean is that polyphenols have been associated with mental health, cognitive function, metabolic syndrome, or I should say metabolic health. So that means lipid profile, blood pressure, cardiovascular health. So many different aspects of your health have been shown to be improved by polyphenols. These polyphenols are the basis of the product. Now, of these polyphenols, there are 2 stars that are present in the product. And actually 2 stars probably in the whole world of polyphenols. If you do a research with just resveratrol, you will see probably, last time I did it, I think it was something like 13,000 studies that have been done on resveratrol, probably the most studied polyphenols so far. Resveratrol has been documented for a lot of benefits. It is an antioxidant, but it also plays critical role in other aspects of cellular health. For example, it has been shown to support the ability of cells when they divide to repair DNA. It's very common. It's a normal process of a cell when it divides to make mistakes in the duplication of the DNA. Your cell has a system to repair the DNA as these mistakes are taking place. Resveratrol is part of supporting that function of the cell. It's been associated with the expression of genes associated with longevity. Resveratrol has been documented to help stem cells proliferate in the bone marrow when they arrive in a tissue, to help them differentiate into cells of various tissues. So resveratrol altogether is great to support the function of stem cells and to accomplish so many things associated with, aside from being an antioxidant, associated with longevity and just healthy cellular function. The product also contains pterostilbene. Pterostilbene is another version of resveratrol that is simply more bioactive. So to put both together is really reinforcing again the effect here of resveratrol. Another super cool ingredient in AO-12 is Glutamax, which is an extract of marigold. Now, in the world of antioxidants, now the formula is tapping with resveratrol, with fruit extract, it's tapping into polyphenols. There's another class of compounds coming from the plant world that are also antioxidant. Actually, they are the first antioxidants to be discovered in the 50s, which is beta-carotene or the whole family of carotenoids. Anything that you see deep yellow in nature, oftentimes that color comes from carotenoids. And that's what you have here with Glutamax. So coming from marigold. Now there's a broad spectrum of carotenoids. Traditionally, it is known that the best is to take a broad spectrum of carotenoids, and that's what we have with this extract here from marigold, with an emphasis on zeaxanthin, zeaxanthin. These are carotenoids that have been studied for many things, but more specifically for the eye. So it maintains eye health. So, and I think one of the choice here for Healthy Homes to put this into AO-12 is that in your home, we need free radicals for your overall health, regardless of your activity. But you need it for two specific applications. As you age, your eye is a part that we all experience, starts to decline, and we need to support proper vision. And at the same time, the youth is more and more exposed to wavelengths coming from screens. And I think people spending time more and more on iPads and iPhone now is just a reality of life. So to add something like Lutamax in a formula like AO-12 really makes it an amazing antioxidant for the whole family. So that's pretty much what AO-12 is. So again, just in summary, take it with STEM Active. As you release stem cells, then this product will support the ability of stem cells to do what stem cells are doing, which is to repair your tissue if anything is broken, and replace the cells that are being lost every day of your life, because every single health problems that you experience in 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road comes from the loss of cells that you have today, which is very small, but it accumulates over time, and it can be offset super easily every day by just putting more stem cells in circulation and have AO-12 to support the role of these stem cells. And on top of that, it helps quench all these free radicals that you produce out of your active and beautiful life.